This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
What is up, everybody? Sonic 4 will explore a darker future via Daniel Rickman. Sound off below. Yes, the fact that this was reported behind a paywall by Daniel Rickman doesn't surprise me. It's the Sonic 3 effect all over again. Yeah, so again, this doesn't surprise me. Again, you have to realize that when you saw this concept art right here, we already know that time travel is going to be implemented in Sonic Movie 4. It's already been confirmed. Plus, you have this scrapped concept art right here of Emperor Eggman. Come on, put the pieces together, everybody. We do detective work here for a reason, so we're not surprised that it's going to be based on a bad future. Especially when you have time-traveling elements right here. Now, this all depends if Jim Carrey agrees to return, and it's clear that Eggman and Metal Sonic should be responsible for the bad future, just like in Sonic CD. But just add your own twist towards it, that's it. Yeah, so if Sonic Movie 4 is going to explore the idea of a darker future, meaning that Amy Rose will have the darkest backstory out of all the characters, my guess is that Amy is from a dystopian future where Dr. Eggman won and took over the world, and if that's the case, what happened to our heroes, Movie Sonic, Knuckles, and everybody else? You see? Like I said, for the fourth movie, obviously it doesn't surprise me they're going to go dark. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. Now I do have an issue with this. Amy having a tragic backstory doesn't really surprise me. I expected it. However, this implies that Amy is from the future and not Sonic's timeline, then I'll pass on the movie. Because you cannot have romance from someone from the future. Amy has to be from Sonic's timeline. It's that simple. Yeah, so when you saw that post-credit cutscene, Amy was excited to see Sonic, and then of course, that was the final scene right there. There's a reason for that. Because I made a theory about this not too long ago. How did Eggman survive? Well, just before the Space Colony arc imploded, Eggman either had a hidden portal ring or Shadow teleported him using Chaos Control just before the Space Colony arc imploded. Shadow ended up in a different place, obviously, as you saw the true post-credit cutscene. And then, of course, Dr. Eggman, more than likely, he ended up in Little Planet, as I made a take about this recently. He probably ended up in Little Planet, searched his surroundings, sees a lot of valuable resources, and I could see him planning and scheming, saying, this will be a perfect place for me to conquer. And of course, Eggman could just send a distress signal to have Metal Sonic pick him up. Because again, Metal Sonic was already in Sonic 3, but again, he was scrapped too, just like Amy. There's a possibility that Metal Sonic was already in Eggman's underground facility, as I made a take about that too, if you want further context. So again, by the time Metal Sonic arrived at Little Planet, Eggman, says, alright, let's get to work. Yeah, so everybody, let me know what you all think about this. I think my theory makes the most sense when it comes to the dark future here and there. Because, again, the chain of events after what happened when the Space Colony arc imploded, Eggman was teleported, but so was Shadow. And speaking of Shadow, you're not going to get anything from him until his own spin-off film, if I had to guess. Shadow, at best, will make a cameo appearance in Sonic Movie 4, because the movie is going to be based on Sonic CD elements. Shadow didn't even exist during that time, so you kind of understand where we're going with this. So, my theory is that Eggman will return as Emperor Eggman, and that's about it. He's not going to have any other roles. Neo Metal Sonic's going to be pulling the strings all along, and of course, it'll lead to an epic encounter. That's all I have to say, everybody. Peace out.